Hello, my beautiful friends, my beautiful soul family, my brothers, my sisters from the family of light. I can't believe I'm already emotional. And that is because the guides, the angels are surrounding me right now, and they wish to connect with you. They wish to share some messages with you, and this is completely spontaneous. I have absolutely no idea. I have somewhat of an idea, but really I have no idea of what's going to come. So I'm going to set this space with you. I woke up this morning, I feel like this is what pushed this video. I woke up this morning with a lot of sadness. I felt a lot of sadness for the people who are under lockdown, the people who are under crazy draconian measures of not being able to travel, not being able to see their families. I heard of a lady yesterday who couldn't visit her dying mother. And her dying mother actually thought, this was in Australia, and her mother actually thought that her children had forgotten about her. The mother passed away not knowing that the children cared, and they weren't just allowed to go and meet them in their hospital. So all of this was in my mind. And I woke up with so much sadness, which doesn't usually happen to me because I'm very conscious of my energy. I'm very conscious of not absorbing this sadness. Because when I do, I feel I'm not as powerful. I'm not as clear of a channel. But every time I feel these emotions, they push me. And I feel like that sadness had to be felt so that this video would come to place. This video is a result of that sadness that I felt this morning. And when I was in the shower just half an hour ago, my guide said, just go online. We wish to connect with you all. We wish to share some messages. So just sit back, and I'm just going to do a live channeling. I'm going to bring in our guides. I ask all our higher guides, guides of the highest vibrations of love, of light, of forgiveness, of compassion, who are here supporting us on our journey to surround us in this space. We open this space to the Ascended Master realms, to the angelic realms, to all the realms of love, from the higher dimensions of love and light and divinity and godhood. We lower the eye of God into our space, and we call in our Father. We call in Mother. We ask you to please hold space for us. Hold space for me as well while I deliver these messages. While not getting or feeling unbearable with the magnitude of love that I feel surrounding me now. Please keep my energy stable so that I can deliver these messages without getting overwhelmed with the magnificence and the magnitude of the energy that's coming in now. Okay. So the first message coming in is that your galactic family, your divine family, your family of light, wants you to know that you will never be forgotten. A lot of light workers right now are completely lost in the matrix at some level, at some degree. And subconsciously, your galactic family feels your fear of whether you will be whether you will make your way back to source or not. And they want to reassure you, they want to remind you that you are sent here on assignment. You signed up for this assignment, and even if you are buried in the matrix at some level, whether you're buried in your confusion of why this ascension is so hard, or whether you're buried in fear, or whether you're buried in pain, or whether you're buried in lack of clarity, they want you to know that you will never be forgotten. You can never be forgotten. Subtle energy pulses, subtle calls will be sent, subtle pushes will be sent to you to make you get back on your way, on your path back home, on your path back to light, on your way back to source, into the higher realms. They're telling me that you will never be forgotten because of how important you are. You are old souls, you're ancient souls, and you're here on such a beautiful, such a powerful mission. You signed up for this through your courage, through your tenacity, through your strength. And they're also telling me right now that Siman and I had forgotten who we were. We were completely lost in the matrix. Siman was somewhat more awakened than I, because he got into the world of Osho and the beautiful world of Osho and his teachings from a very young age. When he was 15, he dived into Sufism, he dived into all of that, but I was completely asleep. I was completely asleep, and I was going deeper and deeper and deeper into the matrix. I was going deeper into the realms and the clutches and the programming of religion. And my guides are telling me right now that even Siman's and my meeting triggered, it was designed to trigger our awakening, to trigger us to find our way back home. And so the message for all of you is that no matter where you are given a lot of help, more than you can even imagine. And even right now, what they're saying to me is, even right now, if you feel you're all alone, if you feel you've been forgotten, or if you feel, how am I going to handle all the stuff that I'm being hit with? Why is this happening to me? The guides are telling us right now that this too is their gift. This too is here to help you go home. This too is here to illuminate the path for you, illuminate the way for you. Because when we hit the lowest points of our life is when the greatest breakthroughs happen. When we hit the lowest points of our life is when we reach the heights of our light. So ascension is always a journey like this. It's never like this. It's ascension and then descension. And then a higher ascension and then a lower descension. It's kind of like going on a trampoline. The deeper you go down, the higher you go up. And that's how the ascension is. So the message coming in very clearly is, no matter how much pain or agony or depression or anxiety or feeling of hopelessness or despair or confusion that you are in right now, just know very deeply that this is the universe guiding you. This is your higher self guiding you. This is you taking you back to your home. Another message that is streaming in right now from our collective guides is that you are creating your reality every minute, so on a minute by minute basis, based on what you are vibrating inside. So a message that comes to mind to further explain this teaching or this guidance that's coming through is, a few weeks ago, I was in Nosara in Costa Rica. I'm in Tamarindo right now. I was in Nosara, and the rents in Nosara are crazy. They're not like Tamarindo. Tamarindo has a lot of inventory. They have a lot of houses, lots of rental apartments, but Nosara is very, almost snobbish. There's very little inventory and the prices are really high. So we were in this state, we had booked an Airbnb and we had said, okay, there's no tourists here. So we're here on a day-by-day basis, and we had said to the Airbnb owners, if someone books it, then we'll leave. And I remember waking up one morning feeling amazing, la la la, la di da. And I got a text from our Airbnb owner, who's a very, very sweet lady and a friend of ours now. And she says, oh my God, EldoRa, I didn't check the booking, but guess what? You have to move out this Friday, because in 3 days from now, because I didn't even check. There's someone that has booked your Airbnb for a week or 2 weeks. Now see, when I woke up that morning, I woke up with so much clarity. I'm going to make a YouTube video. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But that instability that I felt in that moment, it completely knocked me off my core. It knocked me off my core. I was like, Oh my God, because survival is one of the things that human beings count on. Like our survival stress is the most heavy stress. So if you're struggling with the stress of money or the stress of where do I live? How do I pay rent? How do I feed my family? That stress is like, it affects our foundation. Now, there's so many messages coming in around this. I'm going to go as slow as possible. All right, so the guides are saying that each of us is a master. So they're saying that you live in a 3D world where you're still going to be bombarded with stress. You're still going to be bombarded with pain. You're still going to be bombarded with friendships breaking off, with gossip, with, you know, envy directed at you, or hostility, or mean words, or family feuds, and all of this. What the guides are saying is that a master doesn't get uprooted when such things happen. So a master, it's not like if you're a master, your life is just going to be, you wake up every morning and you go surfing in the ocean, and it's not going to be like that. You still live in 3D. You're still having a human experience. So the multi-dimensional message coming in, there's a few messages. The first message is, remember that you are a master and you have what it takes to handle these very graciously. So don't feel like just because your life is so chaotic or your life is so up and down, you're vibrating low. It's not that. You're not vibrating low. You're not doing something wrong. You're not ascending. In fact, what's happening is that you are just learning or further practicing how to react to every situation in your mastery. So that was the first download. The second download coming in is that as you shift your frequency from within, all of a sudden the outside will reflect that. Now, we all know this we kind of know this, but do we really know this? So I'm going to give you an example, which is the second part of the download. When this beautiful lady, Tali, messaged me and she says, EldoRa, you have to move out in 2 days. Oh my God. And you know what? I need a full day to fumigate the place because of COVID and all of that. So I'd like you to please move out in 2 days. And instantly, I put on my mastery socks. What does a master do in such a situation? Does a master sit and cry and say, poor me? No. I said, I am going to raise my vibration. I'm going to get out of this feeling of, oh my God, this is so hard. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to live? Like 2 days from now, where am I going to live? The rents in Nasara were insanely crazy. Like $3,500 US for a month to get a small little beach hut. And even a few places where we offered $3,500 a month plus utilities, we didn't get accepted. Like we were told, oh no, you have to sign in for a year in order to make that. So you see that crazy instability, it happens to the best of us. So you know what I did? I said, what do I need to do to raise my vibration? I put on my bathing suit, and don't say, oh, lucky her, she has a beach, because that is victim consciousness. Every single one of us has what we need to raise our vibration, even if it is to just go into a nearby park. So that's what I did. I went to the beach. I had a beautiful walk. Siman and I walked there for like 2 hours. We looked up at the sky and we said, dear Father, dear Mother, this instability is actually affecting our work. We're not able to just do our work and make our videos and have this clear flow. We're not able to do all of this because of this constant instability in our lives. And this is just one example I'm giving you. Our lives are there's a lot going on in our lives from all angles. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. When we got back to the beach, this was just 2 hours after the message I had received, or 3-4 hours actually, because 2 hours we were on the beach. I went back feeling powerful. I went back feeling like a creator. I went back in my mastery, feeling strong, feeling powerful. I picked up my phone and guess what the message was? Dearest EldoRa, oh my God, I don't know how I missed this, but it's not this week, it's next week that this is happening. It's next week that these people are coming in. Sorry, I just thought I forgot my mic, but I realized I'm not wearing a mic today. So can you imagine? Instantly, I got a week I got a week that was added for me to figure out, okay, where am I going to go? How am I going to get my stability? What do I need to do right now? All I did was I shifted my vibration. Now, this is actually how it works. When you shift your vibration from inside, when you make the shift inside, we all know this universe is just a holographic representation of what we are projecting out through our vibration. What are you projecting out? Whatever you're projecting out is reflecting back to you. So if you're projecting forgiveness and compassion and love and bliss, and you have this high vibration where you're not in fear, you're fully in surrender, the universe is reflecting that back to you by showing you more opportunities for bliss, showing you more opportunities for joy, showing you more opportunities for love, and not showing you opportunities where you need to go into fear, but further validating what you're vibrating inside, that you are in surrender, you trust the plan. So the universe then reflects that to you. In your world, there won't be fear, there won't be panic, there won't be instability. You just have to shift it from inside, and you see how the low of my instability, like the low of the ground beneath me being taken away from me, that was the low. It gave me the high that nothing can rock my stability. I am the creator. Even if this particular Airbnb doesn't work, I had to feel from within that there's 10 other Airbnbs that can come into my reality. When I made that shift inside, saying nothing's going to derail me, nothing's going to take me off my path, nothing's going to shake me, I got my mastery initiation, and then the reality around me shifted. And not only did I extend there for a week, but in that week, I got clear guidance saying, get out of Nosara, go back to Tamarindo, get a freaking huge apartment for half the price. And you need that space right now, and that's where your creativity is going to flow. So you see how you transcend these lessons by knowing who you are and in your mastery? Okay, so there's another message flowing in. And this is a very beautiful one. It's also deep, so I want to do it justice by explaining it right. Okay, so the guides are saying that humans... Okay, let me rephrase. The guides are saying that spirituality has so many paradoxes that sometimes humans are getting confused. It's very easy for you to get confused with what is the right way and what is the wrong way. There are so many paradoxes, meaning because in one way, this is what is okay, but in the other way, this is what is in mastery. So there's a lot of paradoxes in spirituality. And what the guides are saying, so for example, they're giving me an example. They're saying, let's say so we all know about unity consciousness, right? The consciousness of love, the consciousness of unity, the consciousness of our soul families coming together, and that we are all from the same soup of God. We're not separate from each other. We are all one, correct? So we're all breathing the same source energy. We're all one. It's like the ocean. Every single drop of water in the ocean is an individual unit, but it still makes up that body of water. The same way, each one of us is a drop in the ocean, but we all are from the soup of God. So what our guides want you to know is the importance of knowing that unity consciousness does not mean you stop using your boundaries. Boundaries seems to be a huge theme in this download, so I'll focus on that. Unity consciousness does not mean you allow others to trample on you. Unity consciousness does not mean that if you cannot stand someone's energy, you judge yourself for not standing someone's energy, because there's a lot of love and light communities that judge that. And the message is, you are the master of your reality, and you are a God, just like every single one of us. We're our own gods, because we're all from the soup of God. We're all from the soup of God consciousness. So the message coming in is, if you are, let's say, in a restaurant, or let's say you're out for lunch with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your loved one, okay? This is the message that I'm being shown. This is the vision I'm being shown. Let's say this really, really annoying person comes by and they know you because maybe you work out together at the gym or something, and starts talking to you and like doesn't leave. They're at your table, they're like, how's it going? Oh my God, tell me about this, tell me about that. And you feel their energy is throwing you off like crazy. Their energy is, first of all, it's taking away from your alone time with your loved one. If you were okay with that addition, if you were okay with them being a part of your conversation, then there's no issue, there's no conflict within you. But let's say there is a conflict within you. Your chakras start to feel, because you don't like their energy. Why don't you like their energy? It could be many different things. Maybe they're stepping on your boundaries. They're stepping into your personal time. Maybe it's even something as simple as they are over speaking. Humanity has not learned these basic lessons of mastery. No one is allowed to over speak, because that drains your energy, because your chakras are very sensitive, and when somebody is going like that at you, your chakras start to shrink. So the message coming in very clearly is to not confuse unity consciousness with you not speaking your truth. So really soak that up. This is very important. So in the event that you do not like someone's energy, the message is energy never lies. So there's nothing wrong, there's no harm in you saying, I need space from this person, something doesn't feel right, and I'm not going to judge them for it. That's the important part. You're not judging them for it, just like you're not judging yourself for it. So let's say someone's energy seems off. It is okay for you to take some space from them. It is okay for you to say, all right, my love, I would really like to get back to my own, time with my partner here. We'll connect with you another time. It was lovely meeting you. Own your space. Take back your power. Express your boundaries. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is all of this is going to get stuck as stuck energy in your throat chakra. A fully functional, well-functioning throat chakra speaks lovingly, speaks with compassion, but also knows how to speak with power, also knows its boundaries. So don't restrict the flow of your energy, of your throat chakra, of your boundaries, just because someone else has not learned his or his mastery and is just, over speaking, speaking loudly, coming off as too aggressive or sucking your energy. The same example could be even with your spouse. Let's say your spouse wants to go for Chinese for dinner and you want to go for Indian. Let's just say. By always agreeing to what your spouse wants, and I was famous for this in my previous marriage, even though I got a lot of, my goodness, I was not meek by any chance, but out of my love, I would say, fine, let's just go to where you want to eat. Like, all right, we'll just do it, because I kind of like all cuisines. So until I met Siman, I kept bottling up what I wanted. And luckily for me, Siman is so easygoing that I can easily say, I want to eat this today, I want to eat that tomorrow, I want to go to this spa. And he just looks at everything as an experience, because he doesn't have such strong preferences. So basically I'm enjoying that part of my life now, because in the past, in my past relationship, I didn't express myself. I didn't express what I wanted, and that resulted in bottling it up. Everything was bottled up. Okay, so is that complete, guides? Is that a complete transmission? Yes, so it's about unity consciousness, not taking that as you being a pushover. So just because you have to be in unity consciousness, don't feel like, all right, these people can push me over, they can speak to me however they want. No, that is what the love and light communities have sadly distorted the truth. That is the dark, distorting spirituality. Being in your power is the highest version of your spirituality. So for example, let's say like when we work with angels, for example, Archangel Metatron is one of my favorites. When Archangel Metatron comes in the room, like sometimes when we do ceremonies and stuff, it's the most powerful but also the most loving presence. When we feel his presence is not like, all right, just push me over and speak to me disgracefully and don't have gratitude for me and I'll still do my work. No. Metatron, just like all the other angels, all the other ascended masters, has the most loving energy. But at the same time, Metatron will only come in and show himself to the serious adepts, to the serious initiates of spirituality. So if you're someone who's not even in your gratitude, not even in your compassion, Metatron's not going to waste his time. He's going to wait for you to evolve to a point where you're a vibrational match to receive that energy. And that is how you can be too in your mastery. So for example, let's say you're speaking to someone who is really sending you the energy of, I want to be your friend, or I want to be in your life and you mean the world to me and I love going out with you and I respect you and I admire you and I would love for us to exchange notes. And that is how a 5D friendship is. So when someone speaks to you like that, you can match their tone and say, absolutely, my love, I'd love to go out. I'd love to meet with you. I'd love to explore this friendship. But let's say someone is in their ego and they're treating you less than you are, less than your divinity. Let's say someone is treating you like you know who you are. So I'll give you a very real example. When I was in Toronto, my YouTube channel was growing like crazy and my page was going like crazy. But a lot of friends that I hung out with, they would completely ignore the fact that I even had a YouTube channel. They would never, not once, say, wow, EldoRa, we're not tuned into your YouTube channel, but good for you, girl. Not one friend said that to me out of the 5,000 people that were on my Facebook page in Toronto. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean I continue investing my time with them? Or does that mean our soul contract has ended? Does that mean our time has ended? And if they cannot even see me for who I am, I don't need to be wasting my time with them. So that is how mastery works. It doesn't mean like you just have to tolerate everybody. When you feel that something is not in resonance, move on. There's nothing wrong in that. That doesn't mean you move on and you hold a grudge against your friends. What I did was I can see each of my friends and I can see the beauty in where they are right now. I can see the beauty in the fact that each of them is going through different lessons, different experiences. Each of them is in a different phase of their life. Some of them are where I was 10 years ago. Some of them are where I was 4 years ago. I am where some people were 4 years ago. You know what I mean? We're all in different phases of our ascension. So never judge each other, but don't hold the weights. This is so important. And the guides are also saying that when you ascend from 3D to 4D and then to 5D, it is all about letting go of these weights, letting go of your human identity, letting go of your human attachment. Your time as a human is up, my friends, it's up. You have been intermingling with humanity and that has solved its purpose. You have incarnated, they're telling me this right now, you have incarnated in the most dense of families. Because of the light that you carry within you. You have incarnated in some of the densest families, in the most 3D families that may have treated you harshly, that may have spoken to you rudely, that may have not seen you for who you are. But that is because of the enormity of the light that you carry within you. And this light has done so much for your family because that is what we do. We have come here from our ascended planets. We have come here from the higher realms. We have intermingled with humanity as our gift to humanity. We are old souls. Many of you watching are old souls. Many of you watching are ancient souls. Many of you watching are still kind of in the matrix, but allow me to show you how each of us is constantly leaving behind the matrix in our own different ways. We're carving out our path back home. I'm going to give you a very interesting example of when I realized I had no boundaries. When Simon and I first met, I remember very clearly, I really liked him, but I was still married. And I was like, oh my God, like how can I leave this 20-year-old marriage? How can I leave my 18-year-old or in those days he was 12-year-old son. And I was completely in the matrix. I had not even had my awakening yet. Or actually I had just awoken because when my father passed away, I had just had my awakening. And you know, I remember very clearly, I said to Simon, I said, I'm so tired today. I'm so tired today. But you know what? This friend of mine just texted me. I used to run a business in those days, a very crazy, very stressful business. And I said to him, you know, a friend of mine, today's my day off. I wanted to take the day off for myself, but I am allowing my friend to come in because her husband is golfing in my area. And she needs to kill 3 or 4 hours, so she's going to come and spend time with me. And Siman, who used to be much stronger with his boundaries then, now I've beat him to it. Now my boundaries are rock solid and his are somewhat still iffy. It's like we're always helping each other ascend to the next level. And sometimes the person who teaches the other person like gets left behind. So we're always like up leveling in our relationship. But you know what he said to me? He says, why are you allowing this to happen? She needs 4 to 5 hours to kill. Let her go to the mall. Let her go to the park. You're not her, you're not her dumping ground. Do you want to spend time with her? And I'm like, no, I just want to rest. I just want to sleep. I'm so exhausted. This was 7 years ago or 6 years ago when we had just met. I had no boundaries. All I did was give. And because I gave so much, people didn't respect me. People thought, oh, she's a pushover. She just gives. I used to literally, there was this one girl I knew for a fact that used to gossip about me, that did not like me. But you know, when she was in a lot of pain, physical pain. So sometimes when I'd see her and she'd say to me, I'm in so much pain, you know what I would do? I would say, put your legs on me. I'm going to give you a leg massage. Because she was in so much pain. She was obese. She had so much like negativity in her. But I kept giving. And when I told Siman this, he says, oh my goodness, you are allowing others to take advantage of you. And you know what happens when we do that? We say yes to more of that. When you don't identify, when you don't understand your own value, when you don't know your own worth, how can others respect you when you don't know your own worth? So having boundaries is of utmost importance right now. So immediately I messaged the girl and I said, you know what, on second thoughts, today's my day off and I just need to rest. Hopefully you can figure something out and I would love to catch up with you another time when it's more aligned. And she was like, all right. But see, when you do that, what you don't realize is the universe actually reflects more respect, more love, because you've just shifted inside. When you shift inside and you realize what your boundaries are, people around you respect you more. So that is the journey, always going into the fact that you are worthy, knowing who you are and standing in your column of power, knowing your boundaries is very, very important right now. All right, let's see what another message, I feel another message coming in. Okay, so don't take this in a fear-based approach. The guides are saying that some light workers, maybe it's none of you, it may not be any of you, but the guides want you to know how this works. Our guides want you to know this. Some light workers are descending. Instead of ascending, they're descending. Why is that happening? And the image that I'm being shown very clearly is that a lot of people are descending because they are not ready to let go of their human families. They're not ready to let go of their toxic marriages. They're not ready to stand in their power when it comes to their human children. They're not ready to face the fact that yes, 10 people in their family are all 3D. When I say 3D, I don't mean it with judgment. I mean 3D in the sense they are vibrating at a third density frequency. You're vibrating higher than them. Now what's happening is because you're the odd one out, you could be the odd one out, your entire family could be vibrating low and you could be vibrating high. But what's happening is that you feel like you're the black sheep of the family. Because you feel like, oh my God, I'm the only one who's into all this woo-woo stuff. I'm the only one who's, into meditation. So what happens is you're cornered. That's how I was in my previous marriage. For 20 years, I was the odd one out. I thought, why am I not like everybody else? Because I'm not, we're not. So the guides really want you to soak this in. So if you're descending, it does not mean that you are not going to ascend. It just means that in this lifetime, you may be deciding that it is too much for you and you'd rather descend than ascend. And my friends, that is not, for me, that's not an option. Why do you have to descend just because you want to hold on to someone else's baggage? Why do you have to descend? Just because you're in your comfort zone. That's what they're saying to me. The guides are saying if you're descending in any part of your life, it's because you're in your comfort zone. The Ascension Energies, oh my God, this is beautiful. The Ascension Energies are here to push you, push you, push you. The Ascension Energies don't want you to just be stable. They're constantly shaking up whatever no longer works in your field. So the Ascension Energies are a gift. Don't view them as a curse. View them as a gift. So when these Ascension Energies are constantly showing you that, hey, you're a powerful light worker. You're meant to do great things. You're, divinity. You're this, you're that. You have a great mission here on earth. and you say, ah, well, I'm just going to go get a bank job because, you know, it pays my bills, that is actually you descending. You're aware of how the matrix works, right? So you're a creator of your own reality. What can you do? What can you do to create a different reality for yourself? You don't need that bank job. You don't. There are 100 different things you can do, but push yourself out of your comfort zone, because your ego wants to keep you in that bank job. Because the bank job, like, who works at banks? No disrespect, guys, no disrespect. But I'm just saying, like, once you're awakened and once you start going at a certain level, a certain frequency, you cannot, I promise you, you cannot survive in a 3D job. You cannot, you simply cannot. So why are you letting your ego take you back when the ascension energies are trying to push you up? Why are you letting your ego take you down? Your mind is always going to tell you, take that bank job, stay in that relationship. Oh, your poor teenagers, don't be powerful with them. They might leave you. They might not love you in your old age. Your mind's always tricking you. What's your heart saying? You are divinity. Take back your power. No one is allowed to speak to you that way. No one, not even yourself. Not even yourself. So if you have this negative self-talk of calling yourself a bitch or, oh, I'm so stupid, that's not okay. You're speaking to your God like that. You're God. You're speaking to God like that. You're part of the soup of God. So the guides are saying, really, really, really zone in on that. In what aspects of your life are you descending? So evaluate that. There's a 4-body system. Your physical body. Are you ascending or descending in your physical body? Do you feel better every day or do you feel worse every day? And what do you need to correct it? Your emotional body. Are your emotions all over the place? There's nothing wrong with that. The ascension energies are going to push that and test you to the next level. But are you reacting with mastery? Sorry, are you responding in your mastery or are you reacting? Are you responding in your power, in your center, and you're not shaking like a tree? You're not like this. You're in your mastery and you're responding, or are you reacting? So these are all very important lessons right now for you to really, really zone into where you are giving away your power and where your boundaries are kind of like weak. And boundaries, having boundaries doesn't make you wrong. There's no right, there's no wrong in spirituality. It's all about what feels good in your heart. So really, really, really tuning into your heart's wisdom right now is very important. The guides want me to go back and clarify that many light workers right now are here to clear the ancestral karma. So the other part of the download is that when you're doing that, you're also expending a lot of energy. So go easy on yourselves. You're not just, believe it or not, you're doing more work right now in the higher realms, in the energy realms, than you are physically. So if you feel like, oh, I'm doing so much, I'm cooking for my family, or I'm working and going away to my job and I'm a bread earner or whatever, the physical work does not even compute with what you're doing in the realms of energy. So take it easy and go easy on your body. Really go easy on your body. Your body is going through a lot right now. If you can get regular massages, do it. If you can get regular walks in the park, and I mean regular, going to the parks, to the forest, to beach, wherever you live, being in harmony with nature is very important. And right now, there is a very beautiful message coming in that each of you is to take time out solo, meaning alone, just you, nobody else, you and your higher self, you and your guides. So every single day they want you to disconnect completely from your children, disconnect completely from your family, so your partner, your parents, your grandparents, whoever is in your life, disconnect completely from your friends for a 3 to 4 hour period, if possible. That's a nice time, at least 2 to 3 times a week. Take 3 to 4 hours away. Leave your cell phone at home. This is very important. Leave your cell phone at home and just go away on a date with yourself, a solo trip. And when you do it, I'm suggesting, what I would love for you to do is set an intention that you would like to connect with the higher realm. Set an intention that you would like to connect with the guides. Oh my goodness. And the guides are saying, we're waiting for you guys to do that. So when you leave the house on your solo adventure date, you could have it every Monday and Thursday, for example. Like, just pick 2 days and stick with it. No questions asked, because it's very easy for life to get in your way. Stick with it. And when you go away, Leave your cell phone at home, drive to wherever you want to drive or walk to wherever you want to walk, and but it has to be a body of nature, like water or maybe a campfire or maybe a forest where you can just walk, even just sit on a bench and just observe, just look around. Take in the sounds of the bees, take in a sound, like take in all of this magic, and clear your head and set intention. Say, my intention for this time is to really connect with my guides. And if you have a specific question for them, this is a great time to ask it. Say, I would love some clarity on, let's say, is my soul contract with my partner done? Or should I stick to it? What if I leave and I'm not done the soul contract, right? Or it could be, I've been offered this job, but is it in my highest good? Or it could be, dear guides, I really need help with this. And then go off on your walk and don't have any expectations. Don't say, where is the answer? Where's the answer? Don't say that. Just go away on your walk and clear your head and bask in your own energy. This is very important right now. Bask in your own energy. Your energy is what you need right now. One of the biggest breakthroughs Simon and I have had, both together and apart, on our solo journeys, is when we started disconnecting from our family, from our friends, from all this 3D interference, even this 4D interference, is when we were able to ascend to the higher octaves, like the openings of 5D. Right now in Costa Rica, we're literally seeing how masterfully we're creating, because we're in the 5D energies, even though we're not fully anchored in the fifth dimension, because this is something that hasn't yet happened for Earth. We are seeing the first beautiful sights of 5D. We're feeling it in our hearts. And we're in 5D, everything is instant creation. So if you think negative thoughts, it's instantly created. If you think positive thoughts, it's instantly created. So you won't even start seeing 5D until you learn to master your thoughts. What's in that head of yours? What words are you speaking? So until all of this happens, you're not even going to start seeing 5D, because you're being protected. In 5D, it's instant manifestation. Instant, you're in creative zone. And talking of creativity, one of the biggest tips I can give you is that when you get into your creative zone, it raises your vibration. This is huge, guys. This is so important. So you might say, oh my goodness, how am I going to go into my creative zone if I'm feeling like shit? Get out of that shitty mood. What do you need to do to get out of the shitty mood? Sometimes when I'm feeling like that and saying, oh my God, like Earth is so lonely and why the hell did I choose to come here? I have those days too. I'm not like, I mean, like, no matter what Earth offers, I sometimes feel like, what the hell was I thinking? Because in the higher realms, these are all like so, and you know what my guides say? Like in the higher realms, the highest luxuries of Earth are the most common things in the higher realms. And you know what my guides say? Well, honey, my sweetheart, my love, my child, you came here out of your unconditional love, don't you see? You came here out of your love for humanity. That's the only reason you came here. So start spending time with yourself. And all these friendships, think of them as anchors, think of them as weights. Because if you're relying on these friendships, or you're relying on these relationships, or you're relying on anything right now to keep you happy, they are your weights. They are your weights anchoring you in 3D. And I can also promise you, and I can assure you, that when you raise your vibration, you may not even vibrate with some of your friends right now. You may not. Friends feel familiar, the family feels familiar, but let go of familiarity. You need to go on your own solo journey, my friends. And when I say that, I mean 2 to 3 times a week. Get to know yourself, get to know your own energy. When Simon and I did this, that's when we started flying. We completely stopped socializing. Many of you know when I started my YouTube channel in January, I made a video. I said we have decided we're not going to socialize, period. And that 1 year we had of no socializing, that started about October last year, it propelled us into such a high vibration. We said no family, because our family was being very negative, extremely harming to our psyche. We said we're going to take 1 year off. No parents, no parents' voice constantly putting us down or saying to us, why are you leaving your job? What are you going to do? How are you going to handle life? And what is this spirituality? Constantly putting doubts in our head. We cut off. We said, dear parents, we're taking a year off. And in that year, we got to know ourselves. We went deep into who are we? What do we really want from life? And I can tell you the shifts that happen are magical. They're absolutely magical. Dear guides, do you have any other messages? The guides are saying, so there's two things that are coming through. They want to end this message with sending you some energies of harmonization, which I'm able to do with my hands. I'm going to do it with my light body. Any of you that want to leave because you don't want energy for whatever reason is welcome to leave after this last message I share with you. But for those of you who wish to bask in this energy, you can even simply state that I only allow the energies that are for my highest good to come through. So the guides want to send you some energies through me, and also they have a message for you, which is so beautiful. They're saying that when you pass, when you decide to transition, and they say decide because we are all going to have the decision-making power very soon with all the technology that's coming, and with our DNA going from carbon to crystalline, from our DNA going from the mutated two strands to the fully upgraded, the original 12 strands. We can choose when we wish to leave this reality. We can choose when we wish to die or leave Earth. We can choose this, and this is all very normal in higher realms. There's no concept of death. It's just, okay, where do you want to journey? We're all galactic, intergalactic travelers, right? So the guides are saying this. They're saying when you come home, when you come home, we are going to give you a standing ovation. We're going to give you a standing ovation. And right now, your guides are giving you a standing ovation through me, guys. They want you to know how special you are and what a good job you're doing. They're giving you a standing ovation, and they say when you transition, we're all going to be there. We're all going to be there because you have done so well. And these are not just words. Feel the vibration. Feel the vibration in these words. They're giving you a standing ovation, and they're showering you with your love. So open your hearts. Open your hearts and receive, my friends. Sending energies of healing, sending energies of transformation. Imagine yourself in a cocoon of light, in a beautiful, warm cocoon of beautiful, gorgeous, cosmic diamond light. This light provides a protective layer around your aura. And feel all these angelic codes streaming into this bubble of light. Feel every cell in your body absorbing and lighting up, just lighting up with this light. Coming alive. This is a coming home. Every cell in your body is coming alive with these angelic frequencies. A standing ovation for what you are doing. Your guides wish to share this through their love. Feel their love. Feel, drop from your head, drop into your heart. Go easy on yourselves. Give yourselves all the love that you need. Take it easy. Don't overwork yourselves. Don't go into fear, my loves. Go into surrender. You are fully protected. You are fully protected. You're an integral part of the cosmic plan. We've got your back. We are with you every step of the way. We salute you. We honor you for what you are doing. We honor you for your choices. We honor you for your sacrifices. We honor you for everything that you're doing. We see you. We love you and we are with you always, even when you don't know it, even when you cannot see us. We are with you. You are so beloved to us. You are so dear to us. Open your hearts to us and feel our love. You may wish to place your hands on your heart and just soak in all these codes. Soak it all in. Give yourself a hug. Tell yourself how much you love each other. Kiss yourself. Kiss yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Kiss yourself. Hug yourself. My precious child, I love you. Tell yourself how precious you are. I love you. All parts of your body. Give all parts of your body your love. All parts of your body. And remind yourself, I am all that I am. I am that I am. What does that mean? You are everything. You are divinity. I am that I am. Yes, I am. So bask in your I am presence, my loves. Bask in your divinity. Bask in your power. Bask in your love. Bask in your higher vibrations. And don't get caught into this density on earth right now. There is so much density. Think of it as a whirlpool. This whirlpool that's trying to suck you down, but you're going to fly up because you're not going to let this density catch you. It's not going to attach to you. Only you can fall in it. Only you can choose to fall in it. Do not fall into the traps of density. This density is here to show you the contrast of the light that awaits you, of the life that awaits you. Whatever you're seeing as density, the exact opposite awaits you. So use this as a trampoline. Jump, use all the adversity, use all this energy in your life right now to ascend, to go up, to go higher up. And to all of you currently in lockdowns and who are going through a hard time, oh man, the light that you carry within you is so immense. The love that you carry within you is so immense that you signed up for this. You knew that you're going to be in the densest countries. You knew it. You decided to do this because of who you are. You are helping break up the density in some of the densest parts of the world. That's why light workers have been so spread out. Light workers have been so spread out because of what each of us is doing in the higher planes. Never underestimate that. And one more thing, a reminder that if you feel like you have to stay in this grid, if you feel like you have to stay in this grid because you have a sense of duty to it, let me tell you that is holding you back. You have no sense of duty. Your only duty is to yourself. Your only duty is to raise your vibration to a point that is so high that through your heightened vibration, you're able to be of highest service, the highest service to this ascension. You being stuck, you feeling stagnant, you descending, you in pain, you in sorrow, you burdening everybody else's pain is you doing a disservice to yourself. So let go of these chains, let go of these shackles, wipe them off, get up, stand up, jump, shake them off. Shake these energies off of you because they are not serving your highest good, and take back your power. I am my first priority. Put your hands up and scream, I am my first priority. We thank all the beautiful beings of light for this transmission with all our love. Be well, beloveds. Be well and shine on. And so it is.